Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another live class. Today is Thursday, August the 19th. No, I mean the 17th. Sorry. August the 17th, 2023, and it's 8 p.m. in Colombia. I thank you all, the ones who are already here in this live streaming class, and also those who are going to watch this video later, because this video I'm going to leave this video in three different playlists that we have here for learning and practicing regular verbs conjugation. So remember, we are practicing and learning how to conjugate regular verbs, and this is basically our series for learning and practicing conjugation of regular verbs in Spanish. What we have been doing for the past few videos is that I have a list of 56 of the most used regular verbs in Spanish, and we have that list of verbs, and we are conjugating the verbs in the different tenses. We have conjugated the simple present, simple future, and we have been conjugating in the simple past. Now, in Spanish, we have two different simple pasts. We have something that is called pretérito indefinido and something that is called pretérito imperfecto. What are the differences? Because although we have two different conjugations, both conjugations are the same simple past in English. Let's say this is a reminder because we have talked about this before. So let's say I say I walked. To walk, I walked. In Spanish, I can say either yo caminé, I walked, or I can also say yo caminaba. Those are two different conjugations for the same verb conjugated in the past tense in English. I walked, yo caminé. I walked, yo caminaba. What's the difference between those two conjugations? The first one, which is called pretérito indefinido, which is the one that we have been practicing, that we practiced the last class and that we are going to practice tonight, is the form that we use when we mean something that we did and that was it. We did once and that was it. In the past, that was it. Let's say, I worked yesterday and that was it. Yo trabajé ayer and that was it. That's the pretérito indefinido. That's what we are practicing tonight and what we practiced in the last class. The next class, we're going to practice pretérito imperfecto, which is the form that we use when we mean something that we used to do on a regular basis, or when we are telling a story based on the past. Like, in the past, I walked with my friends. En el pasado, yo caminaba con mis amigos. That's that form. I used to walk. Yo caminaba. Yo solía caminar. Yo caminaba. I would walk every night. Yo caminaba todas las noches. So that's the difference between the simple, el pasado indefinido y el pretérito imperfecto in Spanish. Last class and this class, we're practicing the 56 most used regular verbs in Spanish and the conjugation in pretérito indefinido. So, we have, let me check here. We have, for this, we have a table, and the table is this one. Oh, whoops. Give me a second. The table is this one. Okay. This is the table. This is the conjugation. So remember, in Spanish, we have the verbs, no matter if it's a regular or one irregular verb. The verb has its root and an ending when we have the verb in the infinitive form. Infinitive form. To play, jugar. To eat, comer. To live, vivir. The infinitive form The verb in Spanish can end in ar, ir. Any of those. Jugar, comer, vivir. Saltar, correr, reír. That's the infinitive form for the verbs. And if we remove the ar, ir ending of the verb in its infinitive form, we're going to have the root of the verb. In the case of a jugar, Jugar, jugar. If we remove the R, we keep Jug, jug. And that's the root of the verb. In this table, what we do is we remove the R, er, or ear ending, and we replace the R, er, ear ending with any of these forms, depending on the subject. And that would give us the conjugation in pretérito indefinido, simple past. And that's what we have been doing for the past videos in this series of videos of conjugating regular verbs. And that's what we're going to do tonight. And let's start with ganar. Ganar. Ganar ends in ar. Ganar. Verb ending in ar. So we use the first column on the table. Ganar, we can translate to win, to earn, or to gain as ganar in Spanish. So, yo gané el concurso de talentos el año pasado. As you can see, the red part of the verb is the root of the verb. For you to remember that. Yo gané el concurso de talentos el año pasado. I won the talent contest last year. Tú ganaste mucho dinero en tu trabajo. You earned a lot of money in your job. Tú means singular, informal, close relationships. Because we can also say, usted ganó mucho dinero en su trabajo. Singular, formal. Ustedes ganaron mucho dinero en su trabajo. Plural. Vosotros ganasteis mucho dinero en vuestro trabajo. Plural, Spain. Él ganó el partido de tenis con facilidad. He won the tennis match easily. Ella ganó reconocimiento por su labor humanitaria. She gained recognition for her humanitarian work. Ganó más rápidamente. It gained mass quickly. Nosotros ganamos experiencia con el último proyecto. We gained experience with the last project. Ellos ganaron la lotería y se volvieron millonarios. They won the lottery and became millionaires. Male. Ellas ganaron la lotería y se volvieron millonarias. Female. Two things here to keep in mind. The first one, the conjugation for we, ganamos, nosotros. That conjugation is exactly the same as the simple present. So we can say nosotros ganamos, present, nosotros ganamos, past. Is the same. The context will let us know whether it's present or past. That's it. In pretérito indefinido. And the conjugation for ellos and ellas is the same. Ganaron, ganaron. Ellos, male, ellas, female. They. The 30th verb, guardar, to keep, to save, or to store. And we have, yo guardé mis libros en el estante. I kept my books on the shelf. Tú guardaste tus pertenencias en el armario. You kept your belongings in the closet. In Spanish, we also say closet. I could say, tú guardaste tus pertenencias en el closet. And it's understandable. But the word for a closet in Spanish is armario. Singular, informal, close relationships. Usted guardó sus pertenencias en el armario. Singular, plural. Ustedes guardaron. Singular. Singular, formal, let's start all over again. I'm sorry. Tú guardaste tus pertenencias en el armario. You kept your belongings in the closet. Singular, informal, close relationships. Usted guardó sus pertenencias en el armario. Singular, formal. Ustedes guardaron sus pertenencias en el armario. Plural. Vosotros guardasteis vuestras pertenencias en el armario. Plural, in Spain. Él guardó su dinero en el banco. He kept his money in the bank. Ella guardó sus joyas en una caja de seguridad. She kept her jewelry in a safe box. Guardó comida por todos lados. It stored food everywhere. Nosotros guardamos documentos importantes en una carpeta. Nosotros guardamos los documentos importantes en una carpeta. We kept important documents in a folder. Ellos guardaron sus bicicletas en el garaje. They kept their bicycles in the garage. Male. Ellas guardaron sus bicicletas en el garaje. Female. Gustar. With gustar, we have explained this before, but nonetheless, we're going to talk about that again tonight. Gustar, the real translation of gustar, the way we write in English is gustar de. And that's how it makes sense when I say I liked, you liked, he liked, when we translate into Spanish. Subject, verb, object. This is the real translation, but that's not the way we say it. That would be like the literal translation, but that's not the way we say it in Spanish. Although if we use this form, or if we hear this form, we understand. It sounds a little bit weird, not so natural, but we understand. Okay, so gustar de, to like. Yo gusté del chocolate. I like chocolate. Tú gustaste de bailar salsa. You like to dance salsa. Singular, informal, close relationships. Usted gustó de bailar salsa. Singular, formal. Ustedes gustaron de bailar salsa. Plural. Vosotros gustasteis de bailar salsa. Plural, Spain. Él gustó de leer tu libro. He liked to read your book. Ella gustó de escuchar música esta mañana. She liked to listen to music this morning. Gustó de ser liberado. He'd like to be freed. Nosotros gustamos de jugar baloncesto ayer. We liked to play basketball yesterday. Ellos gustaron de estar aquí. They like to be here. Male. Ellas gustaron de estar aquí. Female. But once again, although this conjugation is a real conjugation, a valid conjugation, it's an understandable conjugation of the verb gustar. That's not the way we use it. The way we use it is this. We use the indirect object pronoun in order to indicate who likes something. So instead of saying yo gusto de, I said me gusta. Me gusta. A mí. To me. I like it. To me. Me gusta. That's the way we use it. And in Spanish, if we use that, the only conjugation for the verb in the past tense would be gustó for a singular object, like if I say, I liked the tea, me gustó el té, or I liked the dogs, me gustaron los perros. But gustó or gustaron is going to be the same for every conjugation, despite disregard. Despite of the subject. It's going to be gustó or gustaron always, and that's what we see here. As you can see, gustó, 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 gustó. For everyone is gustó. The only thing that changes is the indirect object pronoun. Me gustó a mí. Te gustó a ti. I don't have to say a mí. I can say a mí, but I don't have to. If I want to be more specific, I say a mí me gustó, or more emphatic emphasis. If I want to have make emphasis on that, a mí, but I don't have to. As long as I say me gustó, that's it. And gustó for singular or gustaron for plural, but that's it. Gustó, gustaron in the pretérito indefinido. So we have me gustó el chocolate. I like chocolate. A mí. Te gustó bailar salsa. You like to dance salsa. A ti. Singular, informal, close relationships. Yeah, sure. I thought here we have that. Vosotros gustasteis de bailar salsa. That's an example. With vosotros, gustasteis. And the real form would be os gustó. That's the way we use it. Well, I think in Spain is the same. But that's pretty much the way we use the verb. The real natural way is os gustó for vosotros, and the other way would be vosotros gustasteis de. You see, what we are doing, remember, is we keep the root of the verb and we change the ending depending on the subject. If the verb ends in R, we use this column, the first column, For vosotros, you can see the last one, asteis. Vosotros gustasteis. That's the key. That's the key to this. The key to this, to mastering this conjugation, is to use the table there, repeat that, and get used to the conjugation and practicing and learning. So, as I was explaining, ¿te gustó bailar salsa? A ti, singular, informal, close relationships. ¿Le gustó bailar salsa a usted? You like to dance salsa, singular, formal. ¿Les gustó bailar salsa a ustedes? You like to dance salsa, plural. ¿Os gustó bailar salsa a vosotros? Plural in Spain. ¿Le gustó leer tu libro? A él. He liked to read your book. Remember, I don't have to say a él, but I can say that a él just to be more specific. ¿Le gustó escuchar música esta mañana? A ella. She liked to listen to music this morning. ¿Le gustó ser liberado? It liked to be freed. ¿Nos gustó jugar baloncesto ayer? We liked to play basketball yesterday. A nosotros. ¿Les gustó estar aquí? They like to be here. A ellos, male. A ellas, female. It's the same. Les gustó. Both ellos or ellas. A ellos or a ellas. Okay. I hope that's been understood. Ozan Quebec. Yes, he played center back. Let me know, please. Perfect. Hey, DCG 33. DCG 33. Hey, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenidos. Bienvenido, bienvenida. I don't know. Welcome. Hablar, to speak or to talk. Yo ending in R. Most of the verbs in this list end in R. Some of them end in er, and a few ones end in ir. Hablar, to speak, to talk. Yo hablé con tus hermanos. I spoke with your siblings. Tú hablaste con el profesor el mes pasado. You spoke with the teacher last month. Singular, informal, close relationships. Usted habló con el profesor el mes pasado. Singular, formal. Ustedes hablaron con el profesor el mes pasado. Plural. Vosotros hablasteis con el profesor el mes pasado. Plural in Spain. Él habló acerca de sus proyectos. He spoke about his projects. Ella habló sobre su trabajo en la reunión. She talked about her job at the meeting. Habló en inglés. It spoke in English. Nosotros hablamos con nuestros vecinos anoche. We talked with our neighbors last night. Ellos hablaron de sus planes de viaje. They talked about their travel plans. Male. Ellas hablaron de sus planes de viaje. Female. Let's move to verb number 33. Invitar, to invite or to treat. Yo invité a mis amigos a mi fiesta de cumpleaños. I invited my friends to my birthday party. Tú invitaste a tus vecinos a la barbacoa. You invited your neighbors to the barbecue. Singular, informal, close relationships. Usted invitó a sus vecinos a la barbacoa. Singular, formal. Ustedes invitaron a sus vecinos a la barbacoa. Plural. Vosotros invitasteis a vuestros vecinos a la barbacoa. Plural in Spain. Él invitó a su novia a cenar en un restaurante. He invited his girlfriend to have dinner at a restaurant. Ella invitó a sus compañeros de trabajo a su casa. She invited her coworkers to her house. Invitó a los cachorros a salir. It invited the puppies to come out. Weird sentences. Nosotros invitamos a nuestros familiares a la reunión familiar. We invited our relatives to the family gathering. Familiares o parientes, relatives. Ellos invitaron a sus colegas a un evento especial. They invited their colleagues to a special event. Male. Ellas invitaron a sus colegas a un evento especial. Female. Let's move to verb number 34. Lavar. To wash. To wash. Yo lavé mis manos antes de comer. I washed my hands before eating. Tú lavaste los platos después de la cena. You washed the dishes after dinner. Singular, informal, close relationships. Usted lavó los platos después de la cena. Singular, formal. Ustedes lavaron los platos después de la cena. Plural. Vosotros lavasteis los platos después de la cena. Plural in Spain. Él lavó su carro ayer. He washed his car yesterday. Ella lavó su ropa en la lavadora. She washed her clothes in the washing machine. Lavó las ventanas de la casa. It washed the house windows. Nosotros lavamos nuestra ropa sucia en casa. We washed our dirty clothes at home. And ellos lavaron los platos sucios después de la comida. They washed the dirty dishes after the meal, male. Ellas lavaron los platos sucios después de la comida, female. Verb 35, 35th. Limpiar, to clean. Yo limpié mi habitación todos los días. I clean my room every day. Tú limpiaste la cocina después de cocinar. You cleaned the kitchen after cooking. Singular, informal, close relationships. Usted limpió la cocina después de cocinar. Singular, formal. Ustedes limpiaron la cocina después de cocinar. Plural. Vosotros limpiasteis la cocina después de cocinar. Plural in Spain. Él limpió el carro el fin de semana pasado. He cleaned the car last weekend. Ella limpió el baño con productos de limpieza. She cleaned the bathroom with cleaning products. Limpió las ventanas automáticamente. It cleaned the windows automatically. Nosotros limpiamos la casa antes de recibir visitas. We cleaned the house before receiving guests. Ellos limpiaron el suelo con una aspiradora. They cleaned the floor with a vacuum cleaner. Male. Ellas limpiaron el suelo con una aspiradora. Female. Let's move to verb 36. Llamar, to call. Yo llamé a mi madre en su cumpleaños. I called my mother on her birthday. Tú llamaste a tus amigos por teléfono. You called your friends on the phone. Singular, informal, close relationships. Usted llamó a sus amigos por teléfono. Singular, formal. Ustedes llamaron a sus amigos por teléfono. Plural. Vosotros llamasteis a vuestros amigos por teléfono. Plural, Spain. Él llamó a su jefe para confirmar la reunión. He called his boss to confirm the meeting. Ella llamó a su hermana para invitarla a la fiesta. She called her sister to invite her to the party. Llamó mi atención. It called my attention. Nosotros llamamos al médico para hacer una cita. We called the doctor to make an appointment. And ellos llamaron a la policía para reportar el incidente. They called the police to report the incident. Male. Ellas llamaron a la policía para reportar el incidente. Female. Let's move to verb 37. Llevar, to carry, to bring, to take, or to wear. Yo llevé el libro a la biblioteca. I took the book to the library. Tú llevaste a tu perro al parque. You took your dog to the park. Singular, informal, close relationships. Usted llevó a su perro al parque. Singular, formal. Ustedes llevaron a su perro al parque. Plural. Vosotros llevasteis a vuestro perro al parque. Plural, Spain. Él llevó una caja pesada. He carried a heavy box. Ella llevó su maleta al aeropuerto. She carried her suitcase to the airport. Llevó oxígeno. It carried oxygen. Nosotros llevamos abrigos en invierno. We wore coats in winter. Ellos llevaron su equipo de camping al viaje. They brought their camping gear for the trip. Male. Ellas llevaron su equipo de camping al viaje. Female. Verb 38. Mirar. To see, to look at, or to watch. Yo miré una película interesante en el cine. I watched an interesting movie at the cinema. Tú miraste tu programa favorito de televisión. You watched your favorite TV show. Singular, informal, close relationships. Usted miró su programa favorito de televisión. Singular, formal. Ustedes miraron su programa favorito de televisión. Plural. Vosotros mirasteis vuestro programa favorito de televisión. Plural, Spain. Él miró el cuadro colgado en la pared. He looked at the painting hanging on the wall. Ella miró a su perro jugando en el jardín. She looked at her dog playing in the garden. Miró a su presa con atención. It watched its prey carefully. Nosotros miramos el partido de fútbol en el estadio. We saw the soccer match at the stadium. Ellos miraron la puesta del sol en la playa. They saw the sunset at the beach. Male. Ellas miraron la puesta del sol en la playa. Female. Let's move to verb number 39. Necesitar, to need. Let's remove this here. And we have. Yo necesité un nuevo libro para leer. I needed a new book to read. Tú necesitaste ayuda con tus tareas. You needed help with your assignments. Singular, informal, close relationships. Usted necesitó ayuda con sus tareas. Singular, formal. Ustedes necesitaron ayuda con sus tareas. Plural. Vosotros necesitasteis ayuda con vuestras tareas. Plural, Spain. Él necesitó estudiar más para el examen. He needed to study more for the exam. Ella necesitó comprar algunos víveres en el supermercado. She needed to buy some groceries at the supermarket. Necesitó combustible. It needed fuel. Nosotros necesitamos encontrar una solución al problema. We needed to find a solution to the problem. And ellos necesitaron prepararse para el viaje. They needed to get ready for the trip. Male. Ellas necesitaron prepararse para el viaje. Female. Verb 40. Number 40. Olvidar. To forget. Yo olvidé mi contraseña. I forgot my password. Tú olvidaste dónde dejaste las llaves. You forgot where you left the keys. Singular, informal, close relationships. Usted olvidó dónde dejó las llaves. Singular, formal. Ustedes olvidaron dónde dejaron las llaves. Plural. Vosotros olvidasteis dónde dejasteis las llaves. Plural, Spain. Él olvidó los nombres de las personas. He forgot people's names. Ella olvidó poner el despertador. She forgot to set the alarm clock. Olvidó el camino de regreso a casa. I forgot the way back home. Nosotros olvidamos nuestras preocupaciones en vacaciones. We forgot our worries on vacation. Ellos olvidaron traer sus libros a clase. They forgot to bring their books to class. Male. Ellas olvidaron traer sus libros a clase. Female. Let's move to verb number 41. Parar, to stop. Yo paré de trabajar a las 5 de la tarde. I stopped working at 5 in the afternoon. 5 p.m. Tú paraste de estudiar cuando terminaste tus tareas. You stopped studying when you finished your assignments. Singular, informal, close relationships. Usted paró de estudiar cuando terminó sus tareas. Singular, formal. Ustedes pararon de estudiar cuando terminaron sus tareas. Plural. Vosotros parasteis de estudiar cuando terminasteis vuestras tareas. Plural, Spain. Usted, ópale, empezó. Usted, él paró de correr después de la carrera. He stopped running after the race. Ella paró de hablar cuando el profesor empezó la clase. She stopped talking when the teacher began the class. Paró de funcionar después de una hora. He stopped working after an hour. Nosotros paramos de bailar cuando la música se detuvo. We stopped dancing when the music stopped. Ellos pararon de jugar al fútbol cuando oscureció. They stopped playing soccer when it got dark. Male. Ellas pararon de jugar al fútbol cuando oscureció. Female. Verb number 42. Perdonar. To forgive. Yo perdoné a mis amigos. I forgave my friends. Tú perdonaste a tu hermana por haber llegado tarde. You forgave your sister for being late. Singular, informal, close relationships. Usted perdonó a su hermana por haber llegado tarde. Singular, formal. Ustedes perdonaron a su hermana por haber llegado tarde. Plural. Vosotros perdonasteis a vuestra hermana por haber llegado tarde. Plural, Spain. Él perdonó a su colega por la equivocación. He forgave his colleague for the mistake. Ella perdonó a su novio por olvidar su cumpleaños. Let's remove this. She forgave her boyfriend for forgetting her birthday. Perdonó los pecados. It forgave sins. Nosotros perdonamos a quienes nos lastimaron. We forgave those who hurted us. Ellos perdonaron a sus rivales por sus acciones. They forgave their rivals for their actions. Male. Ellas perdonaron a sus rivales por sus acciones. Female. Let's move to verb number 43. Preguntar, to ask. Yo pregunté. Okay, what happened here? I'm going to have to do this here. Preguntaste. Preguntó. Okay, it seems for some reason I didn't save the last changes, and I'm going to have to stop here because I still have some verbs, and it seems, yeah, I didn't finish this. So for some reason, well, I did, but for some reason, it seems I didn't save the changes. So we're going to have to stop here with this one. Yo pregunté sobre el horario de la reunión. I asked about the schedule of the meeting. Tú preguntaste acerca de su familia. You asked about his, her family. Singular, informal, close relationships. Usted preguntó usted preguntó acerca de su familia. You asked about his, her family. Singular, formal. Ustedes preguntaron acerca de su familia. Plural. Vosotros preguntasteis acerca de su familia. Plural, Spain. Él preguntó por la dirección de la tienda. He asked for the store's address. Ella preguntó por el precio del boleto. She asked about the ticket price. Preguntó por la clave. It asked for the password. Nosotros preguntamos sobre el menú del restaurante. We asked about the restaurant's menu. And ellos preguntaron sobre la disponibilidad del producto. They asked about the product's availability. Male. Ellas preguntaron sobre la disponibilidad del producto. Female. This is verb 43. We have 56 verbs, so we still have 13 more verbs to finish, but for some reason, as I explained you, I still have here the conjugation in the simple present, and I need to change that to the simple past. So in order to avoid losing time doing this, I'm going to finish that later tonight, and I'll try to do that in the next live class. So let's stop there. As I explained before, this is basic regular verb conjugation, because what we are doing is we're taking the verb in its infinitive form. We are taking and replacing the ir ending depending on the rules on the table below for the simple past pretérito indefinido. And remember, pretérito indefinido is a form of the simple past that we use when we want to talk about things that happened and that was it. Not that happened on a regular basis, or nor when we are telling a story from the past. We use pretérito imperfecto, and we're going to do that on next video. So that's pretty much it for tonight. It's been only 37 minutes. I don't know if you have questions. Once again, thank you very much for being here tonight. I thought I was going to be able to finish all 56 verbs, but something happened once again. I do apologize for that, but we can do the remaining what's left next live class. I'll try to do that maybe Saturday. I don't know. I'll try to do that on Saturday. I'll let you know. Anyways, remember, if you like this video, please, you know what to do. Share with your friends, groups, social media, and if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel and click the all notifications bell, because if you are subscribed, you can participate in the chat during the live stream classes. That's important, because if you have questions, you can ask questions and we can interact. You also you are also supporting our channel, and with the notifications enabled, you will be notified whenever I have a live class or a premiere of a video, because I'm posting videos on a weekly basis, and also we are having these live streaming classes. During the first live classes, we are going to do this. We are going to conjugate regular verbs. That's basically it. In order to learn and to practice that, this is a matter of practice. I also have some videos in which I show you all of the conjugations for the most used irregular verbs, and quite soon we're going to start learning the structures and practicing building sentences. And also I'm going to bring videos in which I'm going to speak in English. I mean in Spanish. I'm speaking in English. You can find the podcast. There's 10 episodes so far. The first season is 12 episodes of the Spanish Charlas con Mike, that's the name of the podcast. What I do in the podcast is I have a text that I read in Spanish. The idea is for you to listen to the text first without reading the text, then to listen again, reading the text and matching the sounds to understand the sounds of Spanish, and the third time to do the same and reading out loud, mirroring the sounds. The second part of the podcast is the translation of the reading um, and sentence by sentence. I'm translating that from Spanish to English to fully understand what we were talking about. That's how the first season works. The second season is already on the works. I already have 8 of the 12 videos from the second season, and it's going to be a little bit more interesting because I have conversations, real conversations in real Spanish with friends who are living in a different country. They are going to tell us about their experiences dealing with learning and adapting to another culture and learning a second language. That's going to be interesting, and I'm going to have subtitles in Spanish and in English for you to practice the whole thing, the same thing, and more videos coming and stuff. One other thing, if you are interested in finding language exchange partners, please let me know. I have this WhatsApp line. If you are interested in doing that, let me know. I do have in this channel, I do have enabled the membership program. I do have 3 different tiers of membership levels, and one of those gives you access to a Discord server that I've set up in order to exchange and explain and interact and speak a lot of things. But for some people who want to find a language exchange partner, I'm setting up another server. This is just basic. I'm not going to teach anything there. I'm not going to interact as much as I do with the memberships levels. But it's going to be available. Perhaps you're interested in doing that. So if you are interested, send me a message and let me know. And it would be so nice if you're going to do that, subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and also share these videos and contents with your friends, groups, and social media, because that's a way to support our channel without having to pay anything, and helping us grow. So that's pretty much for today. I see no questions whatsoever, so it's been nice seeing you here tonight, and looking forward to seeing you in the next live class. So have a great night, que pasen buena noche, estudien mucho y nos vemos en un próximo video. Bye bye. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, you know what to do. Please share with your friends, groups, and social media. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel for updates on the new videos that we're posting on a weekly basis. So keep on learning, keep on watching the videos, and see you on the next video. Bye bye.